Welcome back to the final takeaway. Today we have a big question for you. Is Azruddin Mohamed the future of Guyana or a risk the nation cannot afford? A flashy political party launch, a big name brand, a billionaire with a dream of becoming president. But Azruddin Mohamed's road to State House is anything but smooth. From luxury giveaways to bold public speeches, Mohamed's entry into Guyana's 2025 presidential race stunned many, even though he had been hinting at entering the race for months before his May 26 official announcement on Instagram.
It is with great honor and humility that I officially declare my candidacy for President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana in the upcoming elections this September 1st, 2025. I remain committed to serving with diplomacy, integrity, and unfaltering dedication to the people of Guyana.
His entry into the race attracted both praise and criticisms from across the country, yet he pressed on. Days ago on June 24th, Mohamed concretized his intentions by officially launching his political party named We Invest in Nationhood, W.I.N. With the acronym W.I.N, Mohamed sends a strong message to the ruling People's Progressive Party and his own supporters that he's in it to win it, with a promise of a better life for all Guyanese.
The time to win is now. We will build a Guyana where every citizen belongs, not just by building bridges of steel and concrete, but by building the bridge that truly matters, the one that allows the poor to reach the rich, so no one is left behind. Our mission is simple: building a Guyana where there is a path that leads to a comfortable life, and where you are not struggling to make ends meet, where our children see a future filled with boundless opportunities, right here at home.
But behind the glitz lies a triad of troubles that could derail his ambitions. Today we examine the three biggest roadblocks standing in Mohamed's way to win Guyana's 2025 elections. Number 1, allegations in the high-profile homicide case of Ricardo Fagundes, also known as Paper Shorts. Number 2, tax fraud charges from the Guyana Revenue Authority. And number 3, U.S. sanctions, all of these leaving a dark cloud hovering over his head. Let's begin with what could be the most damning issue for a president: sanctions from the United States. In June 2024, the United States Department of Treasury, Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, announced it had designated Azruddin Mohamed and his father, Nizar Mohamed, under the Global Magnitsky Act. Their businesses were also blacklisted. The reason? Alleged involvement in public corruption and criminal activities linked to narcotics and gold smuggling. Also designated and sanctioned alongside the Mohameds was May Thomas, a former government official of the ruling People's Progressive Party Civic. U.S. sanctions essentially froze any assets Mohamed had under U.S. jurisdiction and prohibited American citizens and companies from doing business with him. These kinds of sanctions send a strong message. They isolate the individual financially and diplomatically. And so, for a man now running for president, it raises major concerns about legitimacy. Mohamed has denied the allegations, calling them politically motivated. He suspects the allegations and subsequent sanctions are linked to the inner workings of political officials in the Guyana government, who, ironically, he once shared close ties with. Was this the earliest attempt to sabotage Mohamed's political ambitions? With Mohamed running for president, there is an important factor that cannot be overlooked. Guyana is heavily reliant on foreign investment, especially from the United States. Therefore, could a sanctioned leader hurt Guyana's global standing? And while the United States is watching, so is Guyana's tax watchdog. Again, we ask you this question: is Mohamed the future of Guyana or a risk the nation cannot afford? Let's talk about the second major hurdle Mohamed faces. In late 2023, the Guyana Revenue Authority launched a series of investigations into Mohamed's businesses. By March 2024, The GRA officially accused Mohamed and associates of large-scale tax evasion and customs fraud. Criminal charges were later filed. The criminal allegations leveled against Mohamed are: 1. Undervaluing luxury imports, particularly the infamous Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Number 2. False declarations to avoid value-added taxes and customs duty and taxes, and tax evasion estimated at over 1 billion Guyana dollars. GRA's chief auditor noted that a pattern of systematic fraud was identified over several years, involving shell companies or dummy companies and questionable overseas transfers. Mohamed, in his defense to the public and his supporters, said President Irfan Ali and other government officials assisted him in getting his Lamborghini through customs. On May 29, 2025, Mohamed was placed on $500,000 bail. If these charges lead to a conviction or even a court trial, how does that impact Mohamed's eligibility to run, or worse, to govern if elected? Any conviction for a serious offense, especially one involving dishonesty, could disqualify a candidate. But even without a conviction, public trust can be severely eroded. From the looks of things, neither the sanctions nor the GRA tax fraud charges have swayed Mohamed's supporters. In fact, it appears as if he's gaining momentum, leaving the ruling PPPC party to worry about losing their support base to Mohamed. But fraud is just one other part of this huge firestorm. The most explosive allegation to date: involvement in a homicide that shocked the nation. It was a hit that rattled the streets of Georgetown, Guyana. The assassination of Ricardo Fagundes, also known as Paper Shorts, outside the Palm Court nightclub in 2021. Fagundes, known as a close associate of convicted drug lord Roger Can, was taken out execution style. But the investigation took a dramatic turn a few weeks ago when Mohamed's name began circulating in whispers. Reports began to swirl about police reopening the cold case involving Fagundes and Mohamed's possible link to the crime. Mohamed called this, quote, reviving baseless murder allegations. A top Guyana government official also recently informed the press that the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, is now reviewing case evidence. The W.I.N party leader sees this as a dirty political tactic to damage his reputation and remove him as a competitor in the September 1 national and regional elections. Writing on Facebook, Mohamed said, quote, over the past months, I've seen continuous efforts to attack my character, tarnish my name, and discredit my family. I strongly reject these actions. Let me remind you, I have never been named a person of interest or a suspect in any homicide investigation. In September 2022, the Regional Security Systems Report clearly stated that there was no evidence of corruption or a cover-up in the investigation into the 2021 homicide involving Ricardo Fagundes. The Guyana Police Force also publicly confirmed that I was never a suspect. This information is publicly known and I remain committed to clearing my name. End quote. While Mohamed has never been officially charged, leaked reports suggested that his vehicle may have been involved in the surveillance of Fagundes before the crime occurred. Even more troubling, a key witness fled the country, claiming threats to their life after naming a prominent businessman in a sworn statement. There's more than meets the eye here. Someone powerful wanted this case buried. To this day, no one has been charged. The question is why. But the cloud of suspicion continues to follow Mohamed. Will this allegation, though unproven, become political baggage too heavy for him to carry? If you made it this far, I appreciate your support. Azruddin Mohamed presidential campaign faces 3 serious roadblocks. 1. Sanctions by the U.S. government. 2 tax fraud charges by the GRA, and a lingering homicide allegation with national implications. Despite these allegations, Mohamed has pressed forward with confidence, rallies, branding, promises of jobs and prosperity. But will these legal and moral landmines sabotage his run for office? What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. Is Mohamed the future of Guyana, or a risk the nation cannot afford? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unfiltered coverage of the 2025 elections from The Final Takeaway. We hope you've already subscribed and turned on all notifications for future updates from this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.